In the vast expanse of the cosmos, a new threat emerged, casting a shadow of fear across the galaxy. The Serpentis Dominion, a reptilian alien race, had begun their ruthless conquest, seizing planet after planet with their advanced technology and formidable forces. Their leader, Overlord Sci-Fi, his scales glistening a menacing shade of emerald, was hell-bent on galactic domination. On the other side of the galaxy, on a planet teeming with life and diversity, resided the humans. Known for their resilience and adaptability, the humans had managed to carve out a civilization amidst the chaos of the universe. However, the encroaching danger of the Serpentis Dominion had not gone unnoticed. General Rake, a grizzled veteran of many interstellar conflicts, was the first to recognize the looming threat. His sharp, hawk-like eyes studied the holographic star map, the pulsating red dots indicating the Serpentis' relentless advance. The personal losses he had suffered at the hands of these reptilian invaders stoked the fires of vengeance within him. Meanwhile, in a high-tech lab buzzing with activity, Dr. Lyra Quill was deep in her research. Her field of xenobiology had led her to a startling discovery: a potential weakness in the Serpentis. The humans, being carnivorous, had a unique biological advantage over the reptilian aliens. In the shadows of the Serpentis Dominion, doubts began to surface. Lieutenant Caris, his scales a lighter, more subdued hue of green, found himself questioning the path of destruction they were on. The humans, he realized, were not mere pests to be exterminated, but a race capable of courage, empathy, and resilience. As the wheels of this interstellar conflict began to turn, the humans prepared for the inevitable clash. With the cunning of General Rake, the knowledge of Dr. Quill, and the potential alliance with Lieutenant Caris, they stood ready to face the Serpentis Dominion. The coming war would determine the fate of the galaxy, and in the heart of every human burned the determination to protect their home at all costs. As the threat of the Serpentis Dominion loomed closer, the human forces rallied, under the leadership of General Rake. His strategic mind, honed by years of warfare, began to devise a plan to counter the reptilian invaders. He knew that the battle would not be easy, but the survival of humanity was at stake. In her lab, Dr. Lyra Quill worked tirelessly, analyzing the biological data she had gathered. Her discovery about the carnivorous nature of humans potentially being a weapon against the Serpentis was groundbreaking. However, she needed to find a way to apply this knowledge on a large scale. Meanwhile, within the ranks of the Serpentis Dominion, Lieutenant Caris found himself at a crossroads. His loyalty to his race was waning, replaced by a growing empathy for the humans. He made a risky decision to contact the humans and offer his assistance. The message from Caris came as a surprise to the human command. General Rake, initially suspicious, saw the potential advantage in this unexpected alliance. A meeting was arranged, under the utmost secrecy, on a neutral moon. Caris and General Rake met, their differences apparent yet overshadowed by a common goal. Caris provided valuable information about the Serpentis' plans and weaknesses. In return, he asked for asylum, should his treason be discovered. Back on Earth, Dr. Quill made a breakthrough. She developed a bioweapon, a virus that targeted the Serpentis biology, impairing them without harming other species. The virus, when combined with the humans' carnivorous nature, could potentially turn the tide of the war. As the pieces fell into place, the humans, armed with their new weapon and valuable intel, prepared for the inevitable confrontation. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, the upcoming battle promising to be a turning point in this interstellar conflict. The day of the confrontation arrived. The human forces, led by General Rake, moved into position, their ships gliding silently through the vastness of space. Dr. Quill's bioweapon was loaded onto their primary warhead, ready to be deployed. Meanwhile, Caris, now a defector from the Serpentis Dominion, stood by General Rake, ready to guide them through the enemy's defenses. The battle commenced with a flurry of energy beams and explosions. The Serpentis forces, taken aback by the sudden and fierce human resistance, retaliated with their superior technology. However, the humans had an ace up their sleeve, the bioweapon. At the right moment, General Rake gave the order, and the warhead was launched. It cut through the chaos of the battlefield, its trajectory set for the heart of the Serpentis fleet. As it detonated, a wave of the bioweapon spread across the enemy forces. The effect was immediate and devastating. The Serpentis, weakened and disoriented, began to falter. On the other side, Chris, despite the guilt of betraying his own kind, felt a sense of relief. He had seen the error of the Serpentis ways and had chosen a different path. As the battle raged on, he provided crucial guidance to the human forces, helping them exploit the Serpentis weaknesses. The tide of the conflict began to turn in favor of the humans. Their relentless spirit, combined with Dr. Quill's bioweapon and Chris's inside knowledge, proved to be a formidable force. The Serpentis Dominion, for the first time, faced the possibility of defeat. As the battle drew to a close, the humans emerged victorious. The Serpentis, crippled by their losses, retreated, marking a significant victory for humanity. The galaxy, once on the brink of domination, breathed a sigh of relief. In the aftermath, the humans celebrated their victory. General Rake, Dr. Quill, and Chris were hailed as heroes. The alliance between Chris and the humans served as a beacon of hope for future relations between the two races. The war was far from over, but for now, the galaxy was safe, and humanity had proved its resilience once again. The victory, however, was not without its cost. The human forces had suffered losses, ships, and lives that they would never get back. General Rake, standing on the bridge of his command ship, looked out at the debris field that was once a fierce battlefield. He felt a sense of pride, but also a heavy weight. This was a victory, yes, but it was also a reminder of the cost of war. Meanwhile, Chris, now hailed as a hero, struggled with his emotions. He was torn between relief at the Serpentis defeat and guilt for betraying his own kind. He knew he had made the right choice, but that didn't make it any easier. He was a hero to some, a traitor to others. Dr. Quill, on the other hand, was already back in his lab, studying the effects of his bioweapon. The weapon had been a success, but he knew that it was a temporary solution. The Serpentis would recover, and they would come back stronger. He needed to be ready. He needed to find a more permanent solution. As the celebrations died down, the reality of the situation set in. Yes, they had won a battle, but the war was far from over. The Serpentis would regroup, they would adapt, and they would return. But the humans would be ready. They had proven that they could stand up to the Serpentis. They had proven that they were a force to be reckoned with. And with the alliance with Chris, they had a new advantage. In the end, the galaxy was safe for now. But the future was uncertain. The humans, however, were resilient. They had faced a powerful enemy and emerged victorious. They would face whatever came next with the same determination and courage. After all, they were not just fighting for themselves, but for the entire galaxy. In the days that followed, reconstruction and preparation were the orders of the day. The debris of the battle was cleared, and the wounded were tended to. General Rake, despite the victory, found no rest. He was coordinating the rebuilding efforts, planning for the inevitable return of the Serpentis. His mind was a whirlwind of strategy and counter-strategy, always thinking several steps ahead. Chris, on the other hand, found himself in a strange position. He was a hero to the humans, but he was also an outsider. He was a Serpentis, a member of the very race they had just fought against. He was accepted, but he was also alone. He spent his days helping where he could, providing insight into the Serpentis technology and tactics. He was determined to prove that his defection was not just a one-time thing, but a commitment to a new path. Dr. Quill was buried in his research. His bioweapon had been a success, but he knew it was not enough. He needed something more, something that could ensure a lasting peace. He was working on a new project, a technology that could neutralize the Serpentis' superior technology. It was a race against time, and he was determined to win. The galaxy was in a state of cautious optimism. The humans had proven their strength, and with Caris on their side, they had a fighting chance. But the threat of the Serpentis still loomed large. The galaxy was safe for now, but the future was uncertain. But no matter what, they would face it together. They had won a battle, and they were ready to win the war. Months turned into years, and the war with the Serpentis continued. There were victories and defeats on both sides, but the humans, bolstered by their early success, remained unbroken. General Rake's strategic brilliance, Dr. Quill's technological advancements, and Caris's invaluable knowledge continued to give them an edge in the conflict. Caris, despite his initial isolation, found a place among the humans. He became a bridge between two races, a symbol of hope for a peaceful coexistence. His guilt never fully left him, but he found solace in the knowledge that he was making a difference. Dr. Quill's relentless research led to a breakthrough, a device capable of neutralizing the Serpentis technology. It was a game-changer, turning the tide of the war decisively in favor of the humans. The final battle was a testament to the resilience and spirit of humanity. Outnumbered, but not outmatched, they fought with everything they had. And when the device was activated, the Serpentis' superior technology failed them. The humans, against all odds, emerged victorious. The war was over. The Serpentis, defeated and humbled, retreated. The galaxy, once on the brink of domination, was finally safe. The humans, once the underdogs, were now the saviors. In the aftermath, a peace treaty was signed between the humans and the Serpentis. Caris was instrumental in the negotiations, his unique position allowing him to facilitate a dialogue between the two races. The treaty marked the beginning of a new era of cooperation and understanding. The heroes of the war, General Rake, Dr. Quill, and Caris, were celebrated across the galaxy. They had led humanity to victory, but more importantly, they had paved the way for a future where humans and Serpentis could coexist peacefully. The story of the war became a beacon of hope, a tale of resilience and unity in the face of adversity. The galaxy was safe, and humanity had proven its mettle once again. But this was not just a victory for humanity, but for the entire galaxy. It was a testament to the power of unity and cooperation, a reminder that, no matter the odds, together, they could overcome anything. And so, the galaxy moved forward into a future filled with hope and promise. The end.